Have your legs been feeling weaker lately? Maybe climbing stairs takes more effort than it used to. Or standing up from a chair feels like lifting weights. Even after a full night's sleep, you wake up with a body that just doesn't want to move. If that sounds familiar, stop for a moment and really listen, because what you're about to hear could be the missing piece in your journey to stronger legs, better balance, and more independence. You see, most people over 60 eat fruit every day, thinking it's the healthiest choice on their plate. But here's what hardly anyone tells you. Certain fruits, when eaten too often or in the wrong way, can silently weaken your muscles, inflame your joints, and drain the minerals that keep your legs strong. And it doesn't happen all at once. It's slow, subtle, silent, until one day you realize your legs don't support you the way they used to. Science shows that after the age of 60, we naturally lose about 1% of muscle mass every year. But when we add the wrong foods into the mix, especially some of these so-called healthy fruits that process speeds up, and the result? Fatigue, cramps, joint stiffness, and even dangerous falls. That's why in this video, you're going to discover the 7 worst fruits for leg strength. Some might shock you, others might be sitting in your kitchen right now, but they all have one thing in common. They work against your ability to stay strong, stable, and independent. And no, this isn't about scaring you into avoiding fruit altogether. This is about giving you clarity so you know which ones to watch out for, when to eat them, and how to protect your body in the process. Let's start with the least harmful on the list, but still one to keep an eye on. Great! Let's dive into the first section of the video. Number 7. Banana. The fruit that steals your potassium when it's too ripe. You've probably heard that bananas are rich in potassium, and that's true. But here's something most people never learn. When bananas become overly ripe, their natural sugars multiply, and they may actually interfere with the balance of minerals that your muscles need to stay strong. Think about the last banana you ate. Was it soft, speckled with brown spots, maybe even a bit mushy? That kind of banana may taste sweeter, but it's also much higher on the glycemic index. And for older adults, that extra sugar load can come at a cost. Why does this matter? Because your muscles, especially those in your legs, rely on steady levels of potassium, magnesium, and sodium to contract and relax properly. But when your blood sugar spikes, your kidneys work harder, and in the process, they can flush out excess potassium, the very mineral you thought the banana was giving you. So instead of supporting your muscles, that ripe banana could actually contribute to muscle cramps, tired, heavy legs, and even blood pressure imbalances. Now, that doesn't mean bananas are the enemy. In fact, a slightly green banana called an underripe banana has more resistant starch and less sugar, making it a better option for blood sugar control. How to eat bananas without weakening your legs. Choose bananas that are yellow with no brown spots. Limit to half a banana at a time, especially if you're not pairing it with protein or fiber. Eat them earlier in the day, when your body is more insulin sensitive. Pairing a few slices of banana with plain Greek yogurt or a handful of walnuts can blunt the sugar spike and help protect your muscle strength. This one seems harmless, but the next fruit might surprise you even more. Ready for it? Let's move on to number 6. Pineapple. The acid that irritates your joints and breaks down your collagen. At first glance, pineapple seems like a tropical gift, sweet, juicy, refreshing. And yes, it does contain bromelain, an enzyme known for its anti-inflammatory effects. But here's the catch. When eaten in excess, especially for people over 60, pineapple can actually do more harm than good. Pineapple is highly acidic, and while your stomach is built to handle some acidity, your joints and connective tissues are not. In fact, a diet rich in acidic fruits like pineapple may contribute to a lower pH environment in the body, which studies have linked to increased inflammatory markers and collagen breakdown. Now, why is that important? Because collagen is what keeps your ligaments elastic, your tendons strong, and your joints supported. It's like the scaffolding that holds your knees, ankles, and hips together. When collagen breaks down faster than your body can rebuild it, you start to notice the signs. Popping or grinding in the knees, stiffness when you first stand up, soreness in the hips after walking short distances. Add that to natural age-related wear and tear, and suddenly your legs feel older than they are. Plus, pineapple contains a surprising amount of natural sugars. 1 cup has over 16 grams of sugar, which can spike inflammation, especially in people with joint issues, arthritis, or pre-diabetes conditions common after age 60. How to enjoy pineapple without harming your leg strength. Eat it in small amounts, no more than a half cup at a time. Avoid pairing it with other acidic foods like orange juice or tomatoes. Never eat pineapple on an empty stomach. It intensifies the acid impact combined with an anti-inflammatory fat, like a few slices of avocado. This fruit might be more acidic than your joints can handle, but what's coming next might be even sneakier, because it looks harmless, but it's weakening your muscles from the inside out. Number 5. Watermelon. The refreshing trap that speeds up muscle loss. It's a hot summer afternoon. You slice open a juicy watermelon. It's cold, sweet, hydrating, the perfect snack, right? But here's what most people over 60 don't realize. Watermelon is mostly sugar and water, and that combination can silently drain your muscle strength, especially in your legs. Let's break it down. Watermelon has a very high glycemic index, which means it spikes your blood sugar quickly. That sugar rush may feel energizing at first, but behind the scenes, your insulin surges. And when insulin spikes without protein or fiber to balance it, your body starts to store fat and break down muscle for fuel. That's right, even a seemingly healthy food like watermelon can push your body into a catabolic state, where you lose lean muscle instead of building it. And for seniors, that's a serious issue. By age 70, up to 30% of muscle mass may be lost. And when we keep feeding the body foods that burn fast but don't nourish muscle tissue, that loss speeds up. More fatigue during the day, difficulty standing up from low chairs, less stability when walking or climbing stairs, and more sudden drops in energy after meals. To make it worse, watermelon lacks 2 things your muscles crave: protein, to rebuild and maintain muscle fibers; magnesium, a mineral critical for strength, which high blood sugar can deplete. So, what can you do? If you enjoy watermelon, have it as a small treat, no more than 1 cup, and never eat it alone. Always pair it with protein, like a slice of cheese or a handful of pumpkin seeds. This slows digestion, protects your blood sugar, and keeps your muscles from going into breakdown mode. It may be refreshing, but it's not muscle food. And speaking of sweet things, the next fruit is tiny, innocent looking, and often served at parties, but it feeds inflammation like fuel on fire. Let's move on to number 4. Grapes. The sweet little bombs that feed silent inflammation. They're small, they're easy to pop into your mouth, and they seem so innocent. But grapes, especially the seedless, sweet varieties we often find in stores, can quietly become a daily dose of trouble for anyone over 60. Let's start with this. Grapes are very high in natural sugar, and because they're so small and easy to eat, most people don't stop at just a few. Just 1 cup of grapes has about 23 grams of sugar. That's nearly as much as a small soda. Now here's where it matters. When your body gets repeated sugar hits, it triggers a chain reaction. That sugar is quickly broken down, your blood sugar spikes, and your insulin surges. And over time, this promotes chronic low-grade inflammation, the kind that silently weakens your joints, stiffens your legs, and drains your muscle endurance. It's not the type of inflammation that makes you feel sick. It's the kind that builds slowly, in the background, causing things like achy knees when you wake up, swelling in the ankles after a short walk, muscle fatigue when standing for long periods, even burning sensations in your calves or feet. Most grapes today are bred to be sweeter than they were decades ago, but with fewer nutrients and less fiber, which means you're getting sugar with almost nothing to slow it down. For seniors already dealing with arthritis, diabetes, or circulation issues, this is a recipe for pain and instability. How to protect yourself if you love grapes. Stick to no more than 10-12 grapes at a time. That's roughly the size of a small handful. Choose red or black grapes with seeds, if you can find them. They have more antioxidants and less sugar. Pair them with protein or healthy fat, like almonds or Greek yogurt, to lower the sugar spike. And here's a smart twist. Freeze grapes and eat them slowly like a treat. It naturally reduces the amount you eat, and you savor the sweetness without overloading your system. Now, we're stepping into the top 3 where the real damage begins. The next fruit is juicy, tropical, and absolutely delicious, but for your blood sugar and leg strength, it's a stealthy saboteur. Up next, number 3, mango. the tropical villain that destabilizes your glucose and weakens your legs. It smells like summer, tastes like sunshine, and feels like a reward every time you bite into it. But for your legs, and especially your blood sugar, mango can quietly become a daily threat. Here's the truth. Mangoes are one of the highest sugar fruits you can eat. Just one medium mango has over 45 grams of sugar, more than 2 glazed donuts. Now imagine starting your morning with mango in your smoothie or fruit bowl. You think you're fueling your body, but instead, you're setting off a sugar explosion that destabilizes your entire system for the rest of the day. Why does this matter for your legs? Because every time your blood sugar spikes and crashes, your muscles, especially the ones that support your hips, knees, and calves, suffer. Here's what happens. Your insulin shoots up to manage the sugar. That insulin tells your body to store fat, not build muscle, and the glucose roller coaster leaves you with less energy, more inflammation, and weaker muscle fibers. It also robs your body of magnesium and vitamin bone, 2 nutrients your legs rely on for muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and endurance. And over time, this kind of imbalance leads to wobbly knees when you walk, muscle tremors when standing, a shaky feeling after meals, and even episodes of dizziness or imbalance. If you're pre-diabetic, or even just insulin-resistant, mango should be on your caution list. Does that mean you can never eat it again? No, but it does mean being smart about how and when you do. Here's what works. Stick to half a mango at most, or even just a few slices. Always eat it after a protein-rich meal, never on an empty stomach. Avoid combining it with other sweet fruits or fruit juices. And here's a bonus tip for tropical fruit lovers. If you crave mango, try papaya instead. It's gentler on your blood sugar, supports digestion, and still gives that tropical taste. Now we're entering the danger zone. The next food isn't fresh. It's dry, convenient, and often marketed as a healthy snack, but it may be quietly stiffening your joints and stealing your flexibility. Let's talk about number 2, dried fruits, the healthy snack that locks up your joints and drains your strength. They sit in your kitchen like a guilt-free treat. Raisins, dried apricots, dates, prunes, all marketed as natural, fiber-rich, and perfect for seniors. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Dried fruits are some of the most concentrated sources of sugar you can eat. Let's take a closer look. A small box of raisins, the kind often packed in lunchboxes, contains about 25 grams of sugar. That's less than a handful of dried grapes, yet it hits your bloodstream faster than you'd expect. Why? Because when fruit is dried, it loses water and fiber, and what's left is mostly sugar and fructose, condensed into a tiny space. And unlike fresh fruit, you can easily overeat dried fruit without feeling full. One minute you're grabbing a few, the next, you've eaten 10 prunes or 15 dried apricots. So what does this do to your body, especially your legs and joints? The sugar load triggers an inflammatory response, which can worsen joint pain and stiffness. High sugar intake reduces your body's levels of magnesium and calcium, 2 key players in muscle strength and bone density. Some dried fruits contain added preservatives like sulfites, which can cause swelling in joints and tissues, especially in the knees and ankles. Over time, dried fruit can make your body less efficient at using insulin, leading to weaker muscles and less stable blood sugar. If you've been experiencing tightness in your legs, morning stiffness in your knees, that slow, creaky feeling when you first stand up, then it may not be age. It might be what's in your snack drawer. So what can you do instead? Eat dried fruit only occasionally, and no more than 1 tablespoon per serving. Always read the label. Avoid brands with added sugar or sulfites. Better yet, replace dried fruit with fresh berries. They're lower in sugar, packed with antioxidants, and easier on your joints. If you're eating dried fruit daily for digestion, like prunes for constipation, you may be trading one problem for another. Instead, try chia seeds, kiwi, or warm water with lemon for more gentle, effective support. And now, we've arrived. The most surprising, most damaging fruit-related habit of all, and it's not even a fruit you chew. It's a drink that wears a healthy disguise. Let's talk about the number 1 offender. Here it is, the big one. Number 1, orange juice. The natural drink that drains your magnesium and steals your strength. It's the symbol of a healthy breakfast. Bright, fresh, straight from the fruit. And yet, orange juice is possibly the most misleading health food seniors are drinking every day. Let's start with a simple truth. When you drink a glass of orange juice, even if it's 100% natural, you're consuming the sugar of 3 to 4 whole oranges without the fiber. That fiber is what slows sugar absorption, protects your blood sugar, and helps your body digest the fruit gently. Without it, you get a massive spike in glucose, followed by a crash, and that crash is what slowly chips away at your energy, balance, and leg strength. Lightheaded after breakfast, weak or shaky when standing up, drained of energy by mid-morning, and even develop twitching muscles or cramps, especially in the calves or feet. But it goes deeper than sugar. Orange juice depletes magnesium. Yes, that essential mineral that helps your muscles contract, helps your nerves fire properly, and protects you from falls. When blood sugar rises too quickly, your kidneys flush out magnesium through your urine. And over time, this can lead to chronic magnesium deficiency, one of the hidden causes of muscle weakness, poor sleep, irregular heartbeat, and even anxiety. This is especially dangerous for seniors because magnesium levels naturally decline with age, and symptoms are often mistaken for just getting older. But there's more. Commercial orange juice, even the kind labeled "not from concentrate," is often stored for months in tanks with no oxygen, which removes flavor. Manufacturers then add a flavor pack to make it taste fresh again. So what seems natural often isn't. Here's what to do instead. Stop drinking orange juice daily, especially on an empty stomach. If you love citrus, eat the whole orange. Instead, the fiber helps protect you. Replace your morning juice with water, lemon, or a smoothie with protein and leafy greens. And if you really want to protect your leg strength, focus on foods that give you magnesium, not take it away, like pumpkin seeds, cooked spinach, and plain yogurt. Because what you drink can be just as important as what you eat. Now let's bring it all together. Conclusion: what this really means for your strength, your steps, and your future. Let's take a moment to breathe. You've just learned that 7 common fruits, often praised as healthy, could actually be stealing your strength, especially in your legs, joints, and muscles. But this isn't about fear. This is about clarity and the power to make smarter choices starting today. Let's quickly recap what we covered. Number 7. Banana. When overly ripe, it raises blood sugar and may disrupt potassium balance, leading to cramps and muscle fatigue. Number 6. Pineapple. Its acidity can aggravate joint inflammation and break down the collagen your legs rely on. Number 5. Watermelon. Mostly sugar and water. It spikes insulin and may promote muscle loss in seniors. Number 4. Grapes. Easy to overeat and full of sugar. They fuel silent inflammation that weakens joints and reduces mobility. Number 3. Mango. A tropical favorite that pushes your blood sugar into dangerous highs, leading to shaky legs and reduced endurance. Number 2. Dried fruits. Highly concentrated sugar with preservatives that inflame joints and deplete magnesium. Number 1. Orange juice. The healthy breakfast drink that flushes out magnesium and causes energy crashes and leg weakness. These are not forbidden foods, but they must be approached with caution, especially after 60, when the body becomes more sensitive to sugar, acidity, and nutrient loss. Here's the real takeaway. Your legs are your freedom. They carry you through your day, keep you independent, and protect you from the most dangerous risk of aging, falls. And falls are no joke. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 Americans over 65 falls each year, and a single fall can lead to hospitalization, loss of independence, or worse. But there's good news. You don't need to rely on medications or gym memberships to strengthen your legs. It starts in your kitchen. Every bite you take can either build muscle or break it down, calm your joints or inflame them, recharge your energy or drain it. Which fruits are helping your body and which are quietly hurting it? Start by making small swaps. Choose whole fruits with fiber over juice. Keep sugar-rich fruits as occasional treats. Pair fruits with protein and healthy fats. And most importantly, listen to your body. It's always sending you signals. And if this video opened your eyes to a mistake you didn't know you were making, you're not alone. Drop a comment below and share, "I've been eating this one every day." Your story might help someone else catch their blind spot too. And if you want more videos that help you stay strong, avoid falls, and protect your independence, tap that subscribe button. We've got powerful, practical advice coming every single week. Because after 60, you deserve a body that supports your goals, not one that holds you back. You have the knowledge now. You have the choice. And your legs will thank you for it.